Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a full face of products that YouTube made me buy. Normally when I do this type of video, I have specific YouTubers or influencers that I have picked products from, but this time it's really just kind of YouTube and social media as a whole, whether that's Instagram or TikTok or including YouTube. These products were just everywhere. Whether it was like standalone or it was products from people's yearly reviews, I feel like these products kind of stood out for the previous year and this very beginning part of 2021. So let's go ahead and get started with brows. The first thing that I am going to pull out is the NYX Professional Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. Now, I have tried other brow tint pens. A lot of them are like that 3-prong type pen, but this is actually kind of like a felt tip, which is supposed to be a dupe for like the Urban Decay. And I have mine in this shade Ash Brown, and I actually do really enjoy this product. I feel like it does a really nice job filling in my brow hairs, especially on this outer part where I've said this a lot of times, but just in case you don't know, I dermablade my face and I've accidentally kind of shaved those hairs off by accident. So I'm going to go ahead and spoolie up my brows. And I'm going to show you what I mean by filling in this outer part. So it takes a little bit of time and a little bit of patience, but the results that you get with this product are really nice. It does have a little bit of a learning curve as far as not applying too much pressure and making sure that you're doing the strokes in the correct direction. Like when you get to the arch, you kind of want to tilt the pen and start stroking sideways versus up and down when you're in the front part of your brow. And you can use this product for your entire brow, but for me it just takes a little too much time and effort to do the front of my brow on like an everyday basis. So usually I will just use it for this outer part, and then I'll use a more traditional brow pen for the inner part. Like, see what I mean? I accidentally got it a little bit outside of the brow right there, but it does look so natural and like your actual brow hairs by just stroking the pen through your brow. Like, I think that actually looks really nice. Maybe just here you can see the difference between this brow and this brow. So this product, when it came out, was everywhere because, like I said, it was supposed to be a dupe for a higher end product that is similar to this, that is much more expensive, obviously being a higher end product. But I feel like when this came out, everybody was like, ooh, ooh, ooh. It was, it was all over. So I do see the hype surrounding this product and I do enjoy it. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in this other brow really quick and we will continue. Finished up this brow and I went ahead and put on a little bit of eyeshadow primer. So this next product, I don't know if I know this one was released either late 2020 or early this year, but overall this eyeshadow palette line has seemed to be very popular. Again, this is one of those products that was constantly mentioned in a lot of YouTubers like year-end wrap-up videos of their favorite products. So out of my collection, I decided to grab the e.l.f. Mint Melt Meant to Be palette. These palettes overall have seemed to receive a lot of good reviews. There are quite a few different shades in this collection to choose from, but again, I'm just pulling out the Mint Melt one, honestly just because I want to. So let's go ahead and apply this. I'm going to go in with some of this mint green shade. I have to be honest, this one in particular, out of the 3 or 4 that I've tried, isn't my favorite. It's a little bit lackluster in pigment, but again, it is a pastel minty color, but still, it's just not my favorite. I definitely prefer Truffle or Cream and Sugar from this line. You can't deny that these e.l.f. bite-sized eyeshadow quads have been super popular and all over the internet since they released. Okay, now I'm going to take some of this gray color that leans slightly green and put that into the outer corner. Wow, packing on this way, it is much more green than I remember. And I'm not mad at it. It just presents much more gray in the pan. And then all over the lid, I'm going to go in with this green shade. Just going to pack that on with my finger. Then I'm going to take a little bit of this icy shade right in the center. Lots of fallout, I have to be honest. Lots of fallout. But if you love this palette, I encourage you to use it before putting your face products on. Alright, I actually think that's a pretty look. Very mermaidy. Definitely still some glitter on my face, but that's okay. Lashes have been curled, and how could we not discuss this mascara, the Maybelline Sky High Lash Sensational Mascara. I have seen so many YouTubers talk about not being able to get their hands on this, and I remember seeing it at my CVS pretty quickly. It felt like it was readily available, but I feel like so many YouTubers are just now getting to review it because they couldn't find it in their local stores. But anyway, here is the wand. It is the short rubbery plastic bristles, and it is a straight wand applicator. So again, I did curl my lashes, so let's go ahead and apply this. I actually in another video where I did a full face of Maybelline that I'll link for you up here, I did a side-by-side comparison of this mascara to the original Lash Sensational mascara. While I don't feel like this mascara is quite worth all the hype that it's gotten, I did discover that I like this mascara for top lashes, and I like the traditional Lash Sensational for bottom lashes because it has the same type of bristles, but it is a curved one, and I feel like it does a lot better at reaching my very small lower lashes. So here is that mascara. Definitely gives me a lot of length, but it does tend to drop my curls a little bit. So that's kind of my only complaint with the Sky High mascara. Alright, moving on into face. I do need some primer. I need something with moisture. This isn't really part of the video, but just to let you know, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Glow Radiant Moisturizer. Ugh, it smells so good. It smells like summer. It smells like sunscreen and coconut and the beach. Ugh. I miss the beach. I have not been to the beach in years. Okay, I'm sitting on the beach under an umbrella. Oh my gosh. Sitting in my chair with my big hat and a book and my sunglasses. Feeling the breeze hit my face. And not a care in the world. Wow, that takes me back. Oh my gosh, this smells just like summer. I miss the beach. I'm going to go there again before I'm 35. I'm going. Okay, so for foundation, we are going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Powder Foundation. This sucker, again, broke the internet. Actually, my review video of this has almost 4,500, like 4,300 views, which is my highest viewed video. So thank you to you guys for viewing that. I really appreciate it. Lots of comments as well. A lot of interaction on that video. So when I did the review video, I tried applying the foundation 2 different ways, and I found that my preferred method was to tap the brush into the powder foundation and to pounce it or to pat it into the skin. But just today for fun, because it is, I think, 8:45 at night, and I'm filming this because I am pre-filming content because I have to send my computer off to be repaired. Just for funsies, we're going to try it with the sponge again, and I am going to, instead of swiping the sponge, try patting it in with the sponge. It's really the same application technique. We're just going to try the sponge this time. So I'm going to get some onto the sponge. Also, this is in the shade 05 Pearl. So let's start with the cheek area. I'm just going to tap it. It'll be a good test. I just remembered I have a blush I want to try, and I meant to put it on before this. So anyway, we'll just try it one side with, or one side before powder and one side after powder. Be a good little test. Okay, so patting this thing with the sponge, it actually does not look too bad. It's definitely a heavier application than what it would be if I went in with my brush, but it doesn't look bad. So I don't recommend swiping, but this kind of patting motion is working. Okay, so there's this half of the face with the powder foundation, and this half without. It actually looks really nice. It does look a tad bit dry, but I think once we put on the rest of the products and spray a little bit of Catrice, it'll kind of melt, as well as if I was going to be wearing it longer, which I'm not because I'm getting a shower after this, but I think it would melt into the skin a little bit. Okay, so another product you might have guessed, this is from e.l.f. as well. We're going to be discussing the e.l.f. Putty Blush. This was everywhere. Everybody has been going on about these blushes. I'm actually working on a video dedicated to cream blushes, which might be up before this, so if it is, I will link that for you. But we are going to use the e.l.f. Putty Blush, and I am going to use my e.l.f. Jelly Pop Stippling Brush. I have found that this brush that has, like, can you see? Hold on, let's see. See how you, okay, see how you can see some of the hairs are actually sticking up longer? Works really well. So we're going to do some of it on this side with no powder and some on this side where I already applied powder, and we'll see how it turns out. This is in the shade Caribbean. Okay, I don't want to tap that side in too far because we are going to put powder over it, so that will already kind of calm it down. So let's go ahead and do the other side where there is powder. Honestly, it's not disrupting the powder at all. Yeah, that doesn't look like that disrupted the powder foundation really at all. Now, it is probably not the best color for me. I wanted a different color, but I think it was out of stock when I ordered. So this color Caribbean is pretty dark, but still, that's not bad. That's impressive that it didn't break apart or pull any of that foundation off with it. So let's go ahead and finish the other side now that we've got the blush on. Again, I'm just going to take some on the sponge and kind of tap it into the skin, and we are going to take it over the blush and see how it works on this side. It looks flawless on this side too. Like, this side's definitely more pigmented. Let's actually just go over that a little bit. But like this side where I did the blush first looks smooth as butter. How do you like that? That is impressive. It actually looks really nice either way. Obviously, again, this side is more pigmented, but this side looks really nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on and do bronzer. This product I don't have like in a container in and of itself, but I have it in a face palette. It is the Physicians Formula Matte Monoi Bronzer. When this came out, I feel like everybody was really like upheaved by it, or really excited about having an option that is matte from Physicians Formula, because many people have used the traditional Muru one that has like a little bit of shimmer, not really even shimmer, but like, would you call it shine or sheen? I don't know exactly what you call that finish, but now we have this matte version. So let's go ahead and apply some of this. I'm going to use, oh my gosh, do you know how long I've been saying, oh, this brush from EcoTools, not realizing that it was labeled Blending and Bronzing Brush from EcoTools. Say that 5 times fast. Alright, so I actually used this palette in a video in and of itself. Testing a couple new products, and I will have to say that this bronzer for me is a little too warm. When I used it the first time, I noted that this would be a bronzer that is better in the summertime when I have a little bit more of a tan. Now, what shade is this? Matte Tan Bronzer. So I wonder if there's different shades of this. I'm not sure. So I am going in, I will be honest, see what I mean? We're attempting to. Yeah, you can tell. I mean, that's a smidgen too warm of an undertone. So if the tone works for you, I can see this being a really nice product, but for me, the tone is not up best. It's a little too warm. I know that was pretty hyped up. All right, for highlighter. Now this product actually includes a blush, but as we already did blush, I'm just going to use the highlighter. But still, I think it is worth mentioning the bite size duos that came out from e.l.f. Look at e.l.f. products. 3 e.l.f. products here. When these came out, everybody was going crazy over these as well. So I have this one in the shade Cantaloupe, and we are going to use the highlighter from this. This is actually a really nice duo. The blush is very nice and matte, and this is a really pretty color, and I actually really enjoy this highlight. It's a nice mix between 2 of my favorites that also come from e.l.f. Like, it's in that middle range of not being super natural, but not being too blinding to where it feels like it's overbearing. It's just that really nice. I really enjoy that highlight. And I actually, not right now, but come like next fall, they had one, I think it was spiced apple or something, I'd be interested in trying for fall. Okay, let's finish up the lower lash line. I'm going to go in with a little bit of that mint color along the lower lashes. Oh my gosh, I just realized I never used concealer. That's alright. Again, I'm going to be washing this off soon, so I'm not even going to bother actually with bottom lash mascara. But I did go ahead and just throw on some gloss from Wet n Wild. Let's do a little bit of Catrice. See if we can melt this powder foundation just a little bit. Alright, so let's take a look. Guys, I am so sorry for my mirror. I seriously wipe it off and then you just turn around and 5 seconds later it's dirty again. Okay, so my thoughts are, okay, it looks like I have a little bit of smearing coming from the mascara, which is not my favorite. Okay, we need just a little bit something on the under eyes. Let's talk about this, the e.l.f. Flawless Brightening Concealer. I don't think this had quite as much hype as some of these other products, but I have to tell you from my personal experience, it is one of my favorites. I actually compared it to the Becca Under Eye Brightener, and in my personal opinion, I like this better. The Becca left the under eye looking more glossy, whereas this actually brightens, corrects my purple, and mattifies. So, just a little tidbit there. Okay, so now let's take a look. Okay, the blush under and on top of the powder foundation looks so nice. It looks flawless on both sides. The powder foundation is looking a little bit rough in the lines of my mouth, but I didn't use any type of pore filling primer, so that may help that situation. The eyeshadow palette actually performed pretty nicely. Again, it's not my favorite. You really have to be geared toward these colors, but again, I highly recommend you check out the entire line of these bite-sized eyeshadow quads, because like I said, truffles, cream and sugar. There's another one, is it like rose water or something? That looks really pretty. It's a really pretty pink color. Definitely recommend that, as well as these. Are these like $3? These are like $3 or $4. These are really great too. The Sky High mascara, I don't really see all the hype around it. The e.l.f. Putty blush, she's perfection. And the L'Oreal powder, I really do like. I can see why this has had so much hype around it. I believe a lot of people have even tested this against the Fenty. Sabrina actually, I think, just did this in a video, and so I will link her video down below, and she actually preferred the L'Oreal. So that is the products that YouTube made me buy. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you will like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.